Here we go. Good morning, everybody. So, hello to your toesies. Wiggle, wiggle. Then we take now both feet one at a time. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Feel your weight. Feel the four corners of your feet as you are doing this. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Hello to the toesies. Your engagement in your legs from the smallest, the lowest to the highest. This is your inhale, hugging the body into the space behind you. Extension into the space on your right, on your left. Feel the space behind you as you go up into the space above you. Forward folding, navel in, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath. Hello to the toesies, ending of your breath. The flowing of the water in the ever-living fountain. The rising and the setting of the sun upon its way. The wide encircling of my own horizon, heaven above, and the earth beneath my feet. Hello to the earth and the root that rises from stems, leaves, and flowers, and the returning, the remembering, the falling of the seed. Back to the center, back to ideally your original face. What is my face before my parents were born? Sense of curiosity, sense of dedication to ask this question. Yeah, for me, that's my everyday practice. This is your inhale, first extension. Lengthen into the fingers as you reach your toes forward. Navel in, core engagement. Your standing leg should be really, really firm before you return to the center. This is your inhale, inhale, inhale. Lengthen on your way forward. Fingers in the front foot. Exhalation, navel in, core engagement, muscular engagement in your legs and your core in the back of the spine. Okay, simple way to wake up your conscious awareness through the fingers, through the toes, through the crown, through the feet. Exhalation, feel the earth beneath your feet before you bring your feet back to it. Navel in, center of your core. Spread the center of the core, the ray of that energy out to the side. This is your inhale. Here now, navel in, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Turn to the side a little bit so perhaps you can see me a little better. Okay, right foot, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of your breath. Tailbone back, elongation through the sternum, please. This is your exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Right hand first, beginning of your inhale, middle of the inhale, ending of that inhale. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. You're still breathing out, grounding into the back leg. Firm into the leg muscles from the lowest to the highest. At the very end of the back leg, it's your core. Engagement in the extension of the spine before you come to any forward fold. Inhale, halfway forward. Fingers down, exhalation, right leg behind you. Inhale, back leg higher, reach forward with the sternum. Exhalation, lower heel off the floor. Puff up through the arch of your hands, through the arch of the lower foot, chin in. Here is a good place to engage your core already. Core engagement, breath retention, mind focus retention. Fold then, beginning of your inhale, middle of the inhale, ending of the inhale. Hold. Exhalation, beginning of the exhalation, Middle of the exhalation, navel in. Puff up to the outer edge of your shoulders. Hold, chin in, navel in. Fortify your muscular engagement, please. One more. Inhale, crown away from the back foot. Crown and that back foot can go a little bit further away from one another. Exhalation, lengthen into the left hip before you release the right leg in that straight fashion. Back to now your first forward fold. Ground into the feet, beginning of your breath, middle of the breath, navel in already. Glutes are engaged on your way up. And here now your exhalation. Left side. While you're at it, I forgot to open my window here. So I'm gonna take a step moment to open up my window here. Okay. Exhalation, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of your breath. Inhale, left arm. Beginning of the inhale, middle of the inhale, ending of your inhale. Exhale, right, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Right arm first, ground into the right leg, clicking that right hip back. Forward folding, exhalation, elongation through the sternum. Here now, inhale, sternum well extended, ground into the four corners of the front foot. Left leg behind you. Inhalation, inhalation. Your back leg should be super strong at the moment, super aware. Exhalation, lower heel off the floor. Puff up through the arch of that lower foot. Puff up between your shoulder blades, belly in. Hold, hold, breath retention, muscular controlling, firm, firm, firm. Inhale, left leg. Elongation, elongation, elongation. Clicking that right hip back. Maybe the back leg can go a little higher. Exhalation, lower heel off the floor. Puff up. Hold. Have a quick look at your fingers. The distance between all your fingers should be equal. That way that your wrist joint, the alignment of your wrist joint is always very clear. You're not favoring the favoring the inner or the outer side. Inhale, last one. Last one, go a little bit higher with the sternum, with the crown. Clicking that right hip back before you take the left leg away from the shoulder a little more. Okay, firm into the right leg. Navel in, core engagement, core engagement, core engagement. Lower foot comes down. Beginning of your breath, middle of the breath, ending of the breath. Forward folding, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Right knee onto the floor. Your first lunge. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Palms are parallel, back toes tucking. Inhale, ankles together, legs will be straight. Plank here, deep breath. Exhalation, hover for a moment. Exhalation, lowering down. Inhale. Here's your first upward facing dog. Lengthen into the crown. Navel in. Squeeze into the leg muscles before you return. Downward facing right leg. Beginning, middle, ending of that breath. Exhalation. Left foot forward. Lunging forward. Inhalation, inhalation, tailbone comes forward. Exhalation, exhalation, lying forward. First forward fold again. Inhalation, inhalation, squeezing into your leg strength. Navel in, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Okay, left leg. Inhale. Here now, exhalation, navel in. Navel in, left leg. First lunge, lower knee to the floor. Tailbone forward. That's your inhale. Here now, exhalation. Half up between your shoulder blades. Firm the inner ankles together. Exhalation. Open on your way down. Inhale. Arch of your hand is well extended like your sternum. Aim that crown skyward. The crown has a mirror image to the arch of your hands, by the way. Navel in, curl that tailbone away from the shoulder. Lengthen, downward facing, left leg. Beginning of the breath, navel in, navel in, navel in. Clicking that right hip back. Lunging forward, that's your exhalation. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. This is your exhalation. Right arm, right leg, your triangle base again. Beginning of your breath, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. Left, beginning of the exhalation, middle of the exhalation, ending of that exhalation. Ground into the back leg, firm into the back leg, clicking that left hip back. Both hands should be hip distance apart. Right hand and your left foot are in line. Here, your first spinal twist, left arm. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Navel in, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Left, inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhalation behind you. Look for the space behind you. One more here, beginning, middle, ending of that breath. Exhalation, exhalation, navel in before the hands will land. Halfway forward, exhalation, ground into the front foot. Right leg behind you again. Arching sternum, right hand comes forward slightly. Now your spinal twist. Left arm, inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Left side again. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath. Take that back leg higher, please. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. One more. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhalation, exhalation. Lower feet will land when that left hand comes in. Firm into the legs from the lowest part to the highest part on your way up. You already entered into a gentle back bend already, yes? This is your exhalation. Left side, left arm, left foot. Inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. Right, exhalation, exhalation. Look to the right hand. Right arm, navel in, clicking that right hip back already. That is now your exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Spinal twist on this side. Right arm, inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhalation, exhalation, navel in. Keep clicking that right hip back, please. Inhale. External rotation of that right shoulder joint. Exhalation, navel in, navel in, navel in. One more, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. Exhalation, exhalation, spatial awareness. That's your exhalation. Inhale, halfway forward. Exhalation, left leg comes behind you. Arching sternum forward, crown away from the tailbone. Open the space between the crown and that tailbone. And reaching that extension into the back foot. Stay here for a moment. Left hand grounds. Right arm. Beginning, middle, ending of that breath. Exhale, beginning, navel in, and middle, ending of that breath. Inhale, right. External rotation in the shoulders. Exhalation, exhalation. Back leg is really awake. Right arm, beginning, middle, ending of the breath. Make that back leg a little stronger. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Inhale, halfway forward. Exhalation. Can we click that right hip back before you land that leg, straight leg, back to the center. Fold the knees, come to your first chair. Beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, ending of the breath. Forward fold, navel in, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Lunging now, right side. Inhale, 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 tailbone forward. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Right hand and left foot are aligned, hip distance apart. Inhale, left. Firm that lower knee off the floor already. That's your inhale. Behind you, walk the hand into the space behind you. So you're doing a reverse opening for your shoulder and your wrist and your elbow joint. And left arm, beginning of the breath, middle of the breath, behind you. Not just above you, but behind you. Stay here for a moment, firm into the lower knee, please. Stay and we breathe. Breathe into the left shoulder. When the exhalation comes, see if we can press the back heel away from the shoulder. And almost like you're trying to lift your lower knee up a little bit higher. See if you can gain greater muscular engagement in that back leg. Take one more deep breath. Next exhalation, returning of the arms. Lower knee to the floor, flexion of the top foot. Halfway forward, exhale, lengthen that tailbone back away from the shoulder. Elbows perhaps will come towards the ground. Stay here for a moment. Add to your pulsation if you need it, or meandering of the spine. Back of the shoulder gets the breath. Navel comes in on your exhalation, please. Next inhalation, halfway forward. Exhalation, just as much as the body allows. Front foot comes forward. Lengthen, lengthen into the front foot. If you need a little support, elevate that left hip up a little higher. Fingers down, inhale. Puff up through the arch of your hand. Lengthen into the space before you. Lengthen, how about the space above you? Once you go into the space above you sufficiently, your back is already quite awake into the space behind you. So a lot of your articulation, the flexibility, and the strength of your spine depends on how well you can welcome your gaze and your mind into the space that you do not see. Deepen that breath. If it's possible, come to your fingertips. It is the external rotation of your shoulder joint that will elevate your neck, your cervical spine, and all the joints in your neck. So once the joint in your neck has been elevated, the spaciousness will give you a little extra more back bend here. try to practice how well you can hug the body into the space behind you. Use your mind to deliver your movement. Then the body is very easy, very forgiving to work with. With the external rotation of your shoulder joint, there's always chance that once you breathe into that opening, you can lower the elbows down a little more. Once you can elongate the arms, by the external rotation nature of your shoulder joint, your spine will become a little more mobile. That means your back bend becomes a little more potent every time with your mindful awareness. There is an encouragement that you drive your ribcage towards your left. Because you're stretching mostly in the left side of your hip. So there is a tendency that the left side wants to sink and be soft. The more you need that flexibility, the stronger your muscular needs to learn how to brace itself. Deepen the breath. Can we hug the body into the space behind us one more time? Okay. Arching forward before we return back to that lunge. You just had it. Front foot comes down, back toes tucking, lower knee comes off the floor. Firm into the lower leg. Your front shin should be vertical. This is your inhale. Lowering forward, straight leg on your way back. Clicking that left hip back so your hips are square before you feel, wait, patient, muscular engagement in your legs, in the back of your sacrum before you come to the upright extension. Hands to the heart, navel engagement, core engagement, glute engagement, leg engagement before we come to the next one. Beginning, middle, ending of that breath. Navel in, forward folding, navel in, coming forward and down. Left leg. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhalation, exhalation. Fingers either side of the front foot. Back toes tucking, clicking that right hip back, please, before you lift the lower knee off the floor. See if you can anchor into the heel behind you. Pull that heel back. Breathe into the areas that you feel mostly worked. When the exhalation comes, can you hug the muscle into the back leg quite strongly as you're clicking that right hip back? Okay. Left hand and your right foot are hip distance apart. Here your spinal twist again. Right arm, beginning, middle. Go into the space behind you, please. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Second one, beginning of the breath. Middle of the breath, come just halfway down. External circle in the shoulder joint as you bring your elbows further back away from the center. Stay here. Deep breath into the left side of the shoulder, front of your shoulder. Deep breath into the heart. When the exhalation comes, it's the external rotation of the wrist that elongates your hand, all the joints in your fingers. So once you elongate the fingers, there's another chance for you to brace into the back leg. Your shin muscle is engaged so that you can press the back heel away from the shoulder a little more. So every moment of the practice, every second of the breathing moment, there's time to reflect, there's space to get better in just one pose. Okay? Taking one more deep breath. Can you accentuate the external rotation of that right shoulder? Can we bring that right hand back even a little more on that exhalation? Next exhalation, lower knee to the floor. Flexion of the front foot. Clicking that right hip back. Halfway up, inhale. Bend the elbows, forward folding, shoulders down. Come to gravity does not mean that you drop everything, that you relax. Come to gravity means you greet the space beneath your feet. You greet the earth beneath your feet. Sense of humbleness, it can be cultivated on the notion of the flexibility department. When the exhalation comes, see if you can click that right hip further back. If there's tension, you can use pulsatory motion or meander your spine or your hip. But if you don't need to do the wiggle wiggle, focus on the quality of your breath. Quality of the breath means how mindful you can be spatially, mentally, so on and so forth. Next exhalation, front foot comes forward. Come to a place. Use a little elevation if you need it, either on the right hip or the front knee. Use a little support if you need it. But if you don't need it, see if you can reach the front foot forward a little more. Come to the fingertips, puff up through the arch of your hand. Inhale, face into bring the awareness to the space before you. Exhale, clicking that right hip back. You are preoccupied with the verticality of your spine. Every time when you're doing stretching, you really want to ensure the correct alignment of your spine, please. Aim the crown skyward. Exhalation, feel for external rotation of your shoulder joint. External rotation of the shoulder joint gives you more mobility in your elbows. Inhale, crown skyward. Exhale, hugging the body, or just look into the space above you or behind you. Yeah, the right and the left leg are working differently, but they carry similar level of your mindfulness. Your front leg, the leg joint, it's very easy to fasten. It's a circular, cylindrical thing. When you firm the muscle in, see if you can engage the firmness also in a cylindrical kind of way. Then your joints will be spacious. Inhale, you create that space. Inhale, exhalation, you mobilize into that space. Your back bend depends on how spacious you're able to create in the pockets of your joint system. Exhalation, your flexibility, really what it really means is how well you can enter into the space that is in your mind. Right now, we're trying to enter into the space behind us, right? In our spine, in the back of the front leg, in the back of the crown. When the exhalation comes, imagine these legs are becoming longer. Once you learn how to firm the muscles in, when you exhale, when you're doing the exhalation, you can elongate the muscles. Flexibility extension should always be together with your strength awareness, strength cultivation. Take one more deep breath. Next exhalation, shall we just take that back leg forward? You come into your seated, both legs together. This is your inhalation, inhalation, inhalation. A little wiggle, wiggle, so you can extend your spine, make the spine a little lengthier. Forward folding, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Fingers takes hold of your big toes. Inhale, arching sternum. Crown behind you. Exhalation, bend the right knee. Bring that right knee away from the shoulder. Deepen the breath. Exhalation, right leg comes forward and up. If the body allows, firm into the core. Maybe that right leg can go out to the side a little more. Your right elbow needs to be well articulated, especially if you're going out to the side. If this is too much, a nice way to practice this is take your hand to the arch of the foot instead. Okay. So fingers to the right toes, first two fingers, or your hand to the inner arch of the right foot. This is a little more easier and comfortable if you take the hand to the right foot. Then you can really walk it out to the side. Okay. Sternum lifts though as you inhale. Exhalation, right toe or the foot goes out to the side one more, just a little more. Deepen the breath. Can we release our hands? Inhale, use your core to bring your arms and your leg back. Exhalation, you come to that forward fold. You just started again. Forward folding. Halfway up. Exhalation, dropping of the elbows. Shoulders will come down. Give a little wiggle wiggle so that you position your sit bone right and left side needs to be equal. Fingers to the toes. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the elbows, forward fold, shoulders will come down. Inhale, left leg. Elbows, left elbow out to the side. That is the external rotation of that left shoulder, please. Stay here or take the foot out to the left side. So this is your option one. Option two is the arch of your left hand that takes hold of the foot out to the left side. Deepen the breath. Inhale, sternum lifts. Exhalation, left toes or the arch of the left foot will graze into the fingers or into your hand. Firm into the core so that you can release your hands to bring that leg. It's a core engagement that return the foot into the vertical extension. Before we come to that, forward folding again. Halfway up, inhale, exhalation, bend the elbows, shoulders will come down. Okay, a little gentle pulsation, pulsation, pulsation. Let us come to your seat. Let's do a little core work here. So feet will be hip distance apart. Walk the feet close towards you. First, we open up the spine here. Here we have beginning of the breath, curl tailbone up, middle of the breath, ending of that breath. Tailbone up, exhalation, upper back, mid back, lower back is the last one to come down. Keep your feet where they are. Arms will be vertical. Deepen the breath, curl tailbone up, bullseye engage. Exhalation, head and chest come off the floor. Use your shoulder mobility to lift the hands a little higher. Belly in, chin in. Hold one, hold two, hold. Firm, firm, firm the engagement of your muscle, please. Slowly, inhale, lower back, mid back, upper back, head is the last one to return. Okay, continue with this one. Otherwise, arms and your legs are in a vertical thread. Deep breath, whole breath, curl tailbone up. Exhalation, head and chest elevate. Use your shoulder joint awareness to make the arm a little bit longer. Look at your navel, pull the belly in. Hold one, hold two, hold. Breath retention, focus, firmness, muscular awareness. When I ask you to hold the breath, it's a really convenient way for you to practice one-pointed focus. Slowly inhale, lower back, mid back, upper back, head is the last one to come down. Okay, right arm, left leg, opposite limbs. Very important for your brain to coordinate the right and the left side of your body. Deep breath, whole breath, curl tailbone up. Firm the engagement of the glutes. Exhale, head and chest come off the floor. Look at your belly, pull the belly in. Hold one, hold two, hold, hold, hold one more. Slowly inhale, lower back, mid back, upper back. Check in with the verticality of your arm and the left leg, right arm and the left leg. Deep breath, whole breath, firm into the glutes. Exhalation, head and chest off the floor. Your lower leg should feel quite strong, by the way. Only thing that's really relaxed here is your left arm. Otherwise, everything else is firmly engaged. Use your breath retention to train your muscular engagement, because when you're holding the breath, it's easier to exercise your muscles, by the way. Slowly inhale, lower back, mid back, upper back, head is the last one to come down. Okay, once you release, right hand takes hold of your left foot. Use a strap if you need it. So strap people, it's like this. If you don't need the strap, right hand to the left foot. Left arm out to the side. Take a deep breath. Exhale, bend the elbow, invite the foot to come a little closer towards you. Deep breath. Exhalation, take that foot out to the right side. Before you land that foot, bring that lower leg, that right leg towards the midline so that you're going to be sitting on the outer edge of the right hip. Left arm out to the side. Position that left arm in a place where you can feel mostly stretched. So here is actually a good place for you to include circular external circle with your left shoulder. This is your inhale, shoulders spinning people, exhalation to the left. Inhale, open, open, open. Exhalation, go away from the spine, away from the spine, away from the spine. One more. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhalation, it's a good time to firm into the arch of this foot that you're holding here. Take one more deep breath here, releasing both arms. Can you use your core to return that left leg back into the center? Both hands will catch hold of the top foot. Bend the elbows, just give it a try. Pulsation, pulsation, pulsation. So this is your option one. Use your hands. Option two, you have your strap. Arch of the foot will hold on to the strap. Then you work with it this way. Okay? If you don't need the strap, take your fingers inner and outer edge of the foot. First, you use the pulsatory motion to educate that external opening of the shoulder. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, use your fingers. Invite the foot to come a little bit closer towards you. When the exhalation comes, elongation into the right leg, please. Deep breath. Exhalation. Hug the leg towards the body. It'd be easier if your lower leg is strongly engaged. It's yearning to go away from the tailbone. That lower leg, the yearning of that lower leg, that's seemingly passive, but it's not really a passive leg. Again, both legs are striving in their own way to help you to make a little more space in your tissues, in your joints, in every particles of your body. Next exhalation, left hand takes the outer foot, the inner foot, the left foot. Okay. Right hand cups hold of the thigh. Exhalation, guide that foot to go out to the left. Use a strap if you need it. Either you press the arch of that left foot into the strap, but if you don't need the strap, press the arch of the foot into your hand. And your left hand or the strap is always trying to, at the end of the exhalation, perhaps there's more space for you to guide the arch towards the ear a little more. The more flexible your left leg becomes, the stronger your right leg needs to match that power. Stay here for a moment. When the next exhalation comes, elongation in both legs. Releasing of your left foot. Use your core to guide that leg back to the center. Flexion of the foot. Extension of the foot. Flexion, extension, flexion. Push the heel of the foot upstairs. When you lower that leg down, without bending it, firming into the muscle engagement of the leg. When you land that foot down, I don't know about you, but my feet are more than an inch, maybe 2 inches longer. Left leg is longer. I don't know if you can sense the difference here. Deepen that breath. Let it go right leg, left arm. Vertical though. They need to be vertical. Take a deep breath. Hold breath. Firm into the glutes. Curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and chest come off the floor. Look at your belly. Firm the navel in. Hold 1. Hold 2. Hold. Breath retention. Focus, control. Hold. Hold. Slowly, skillfully lower back, mid back, upper back. Head is the last one to come down. Deep breath, hold breath, curl tailbone up. Exhale, head and chest off the floor. Look at your belly, firm the belly in. Hold 1, hold 2. Your right leg should be nice and firm. Your left shoulder should be very flexible so that it can continuously elevate itself up a little higher. Navel in, lower leg is nice and strong. Slowly releasing lower back, mid back, upper back. Deep breath, hold, curl tailbone up, firm into the glutes, head and chest off the floor. Look at your belly, pull the belly in. Hold, hold. Feel the strength of that standing, that straight leg up there. Squeeze. Lower back, inhale, mid back, upper back. Left hand now is going to take hold of the outer foot. Right foot. Guide the foot towards the torso. Catch your exhalation. Make sure your lower leg is nice and strong. Exhalation, strap or your hand will take that foot out to the left side. Square your hip a little bit so your spine is in a straight mode on your way to your twisting pose. Right arm out to the side. Stay, relax the elbow, or work with circular rotation of the right shoulder. Inhalation is that half circle. Look at the hand. Navel in, exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. Inhale, inhale. Make that lower leg a little bit lengthier, please. Exhalation, exhalation, exhalation. On your own now. Inhalation is that half circle. When the exhalation comes, you can activate that right foot awareness, meaning that you're pressing the right arch into the strap or into your left hand. Inhalation, come to the left, right side. Stay here, relax your elbows. Use your core to guide the right leg into the upward extension. Deepen the breath. Hands will catch hold of your feet. Deep breath. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. This time, right hand will catch hold of the arch of the foot. Use your hand or use your strap. Okay? Strap, people. hand is going to stabilize your thigh. Out to the right side. Do it mindfully, as slow as you need to take for you to sufficiently perfect your mindfulness. Deepen the breath into the heart. When the exhalation comes, let that right foot, especially if you're holding the arch of the foot in your hand, let the right foot become very active. Both feet are working differently, but they're both are full of intentions and strengths. In their muscular engagement, in their physical and mental power. However you're able to, there's always time to engage your core, by the way. Even when you're belly up, even when you're working with seemingly flexibility practice, there's always engagement for the core. Releasing of your hands, use your core strength to return the right foot into the upright. One more time, hands to the inner and outer foot. Elbows out to the side. Guide the foot to come just a little bit closer in towards the torso. Deepen the breath. When the exhalation comes, elongation into the lower leg, that left leg. When you elongate your left leg, see if you can open up the outer edge of your shoulder joint to guide the top foot to come a little closer. Okay. Stay here for a moment, releasing of your hands. Flexion of the top foot, extension of the top foot. Flexion, extension, flexion. Push up into the heel of the foot before you guide that leg. As strong as you can, hug hold of the leg, the muscles in the leg on its way down. Give yourself a little wiggle moment so that you can align the height of your feet, the length of your feet, make it nice and even. Flexion of your both feet, extension. Please work with now external circle with your ankles. External rotation, external rotation, external rotation. Internal rotation, internal rotation. I hope you are doing this with your breath awareness, right? Back to your external circle again. Inhale, half circle, exhale, another half. So you worked with your legs quite a bit just now, the last sequence. Here, when you're trying to mobilize the flexibility of your ankle, this is actually also a good time for you to feel core engagement, feel for gluteus muscle engagement, right? So with that, lifting the upper chest off the floor slightly so you can feel for external rotation of the shoulders. Before you release the shoulders, bring your shoulder down towards the direction of your knee a little bit. Chin in so that you can elongate the back of your cervical spine. Both of your hands and your feet are nicely relaxed and open. Shavasana is the only pose that is about flexibility / relaxation on the physical level, but not in your mental level. When you're able to work your body so much that you are able to know how to relax itself, this is when you have the energy to work on your mental body. Your mind should kick in and remember its brightness. And you work on strengthening your inner light, your inner brightness. The reason and the responsibility of being here. Many purposes, many reasons, and many beautiful, difficult responsibility that we take on ideally in this, that makes the reason why that we're here, right? So however that's easy for you to return, let this end with standing is how we started. Those feet. The flowing of the water in the ever-living fountain. The rising and the setting of the sun upon its way. The wide encircling of my own horizon, heaven above, and the earth beneath my feet. The root that rises to stems, leaves, and flowers. And the falling, returning, the remembrance of the seed. Well done, everybody. Yes, we did it.